the other day about Coach Ballou and Dr. Ray and just his impressions of what they've done with you guys so far. Just wanted to get your take on that as well.
They're doing a great job just focusing on every individual's weaknesses and straightening things and trying to cut out some of the injuries that we were having and just focusing on that and getting our power numbers as high as they could.
Go ahead, Dennis. Next question.
Uh, can you hear me, Josh?
Yes. Devontae's
Yeah,
got it. Go
okay.
ahead, Dennis.
Devontae, from an athlete standpoint, what have these last 5 or 6 months been like? Just all the uncertainty, not being able to work out maybe as much as you want. What's it been like?
It's really just been showing how disciplined as a team we are, with everybody coming in at whatever time they're supposed to come in to lift and just doing everything that the coaches and Mr. Jeff has lined up for us, doing things the way that they said for us. So it's really just been all about us being disciplined and staying on schedule.
Alexander, go ahead. Plan. Chris Walsh, go ahead.
Being named a team captain last year, how has that changed your approach to camp? I mean, do you kind of feel like it's your unit and kind of your offense?
I wouldn't say my offense. I just feel like it's some things last year I could have done better that I'm definitely going to do this year. More of just being more of a vocal leader instead of just trying to lead by example. Because some people, they can see what you do and it really just don't register to them. You have to talk to them and talk people through things. So being more of a vocal leader.
What did it mean to you to be named a team captain?
Say it again.
What did it mean to you to be named a team captain?
It meant a lot to me, just how much that the people I play with, how much they see it, how much they see in me, and how much they believe in me and voting for me to be a team captain.
Okay, Mike Rodak.
Devonta, I don't think we've spoken to you since you made your decision to come back for your final season of eligibility. Just what went into that decision, and also have you made a final decision on playing this season? And obviously, there's potential for any player to opt out of this season.
Well, I believe if I was thinking about not playing, I wouldn't be here right now. But just really getting my degree and just wanting to come back and finish things the right way. I didn't like the way that we did things last year and the way that we finished. So just coming back to finish things the right way this year.
Alex, unmute yourself. Alex, plan. There you go.
I got you. Devontae, what does this year's offense look like compared to last year getting ready with this camp with Tua versus Mac Jones? Has y'all's scheme changed a lot, would you say, this offseason?
No, not really. I would say everything is pretty much the same. Just keeping the things the same and just getting a better tempo with the offense, getting to the ball quicker. Just things that we should have done last year that we didn't do so well. So just trying to make the little things better.
Kirk, I'm going to you. I'm asked to see if you can unmute yourself. Go ahead, Kirk.
Yeah, Devontae, sort of a two-parter. One, do the players talk very much about the virus? And also, if you talk to any non-athlete students about the mask and that sort of thing to keep people safe.
Well, we talk about the virus every day. Everybody have their own little conversations about what they think. And we all think that this is the safest place for us to be and that we are heading in the right direction. And we like the things that our training staff has set out for us, and we think everything is going in the right direction.
Aaron Suttles.
Devontae, I know you haven't been out there with them all that much, but what do you make of the new secondary having, the secondary losing 4 or 5 starters? What do you think of that group that's coming in this year?
They're ready to learn. They go out there every day. They give it their all, and you can see that they're ready to learn and they want to learn everything that is about it. And they be excited to go against us, and we're excited to go against them.
Devonta, you make the decision to come back, and it's obviously what you think is the best decision at the time. Nobody at the time could predict what was going to happen. Do you have to kind of, with the uncertainty now, do you have to not think about what could have been and all that, or is it easy to not think about it?
I think you most definitely have to think about, I can't control what happened, so I mean, I came back for a reason, so this what it was going to be, so I just got to stay here with it.
Yeah, Devonta, just wondered what your thoughts were. There's a lot of mystery. We haven't seen him, but Bryce Young, what kind of quarterback is he, and has it been adjusting to having another guy around like that?
He's going to be a great quarterback. With him not having a spring and just coming during the summer, he learns quick, and I like what I'm seeing. He's ready, and just the way that he approaches the game and handles himself, he's going to be a great quarterback.
Hey, Devonta, just your overall thoughts on the schedule that was released last night. And is there, obviously we know the Iron Bowl is a big game, but is there a specific game that you really have your eyes out on, especially in the first month or so?
Just focusing on the game of whatever week it is, not looking ahead, just whatever week it is, just focus on that game.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, Devonta, just a guy like Slade Bolden, what have you seen the most growth from him in his game at receiver?
Just how confident Slade is. Slade goes out there every day knowing that he can play inside, outside, and just doing everything that he can, and just the way that he handles himself. He goes out there very confident and comes out to work every day.
Last question, Mike Rodak.
Devonta, just obviously the Big Ten and the Pac-12 canceling has kind of thrown a wrench into potentially the plans for the college football playoff. Just what do you think that means to you and to other players, just the possibility to play in a national championship game?
I think right in our building, I think it's just that we're focusing on the SEC. We're not really worried about what other conferences are doing, because it's about us playing. If somebody else decides not to play, I mean, it's whatever meeting they had and they decided not to do. But as the SEC, I know that we're moving forward and that we like the way that we're going, and with everything that's going on, I think we're heading in the right direction.
Okay, Devonta, thank you. With that, we'll get Dylan Moses up here. Go ahead and raise your hand for questions for Dylan, and we'll get started there. We'll start with Charlie Potter.
Hey Dylan, just wanted to ask, how was yesterday getting back on the practice field, and how do you feel from a health standpoint?
Getting back out there yesterday, I felt really good. I feel really great actually being out there with my teammates again, being that it's been a year, since I've been out there. And as far as my health, I feel really good. I just need to keep getting better, just far as developing that feel for being on the field again. Since it's been a while, but other than that, it's been great.
Dylan, I want to ask you about the importance of this season going off without a hitch for you, considering you were injured all last year. How important is it for you to be able to show that you're 100% back in your last year of college?
It's very important. I want to be able to, put a punctuation on the back end of my career here at Alabama. And at the same time, I want to be able to affect my teammates. That's the reason why I came back. I care about them and I love them. So for me, it's, to be able to affect them and, get our guys back to how we used to be.
James Ogletree.
Hey, Dylan. Coach yesterday was talking about areas of improvement for the defense this year and mentioned the red area. And I was just curious, in your view, what does the defense have to do to get better there?
I honestly feel like, the defense as a whole just needs to get better with communication, and everyone just has to be confident. And I feel like with me being out there, it gives guys a sense of security and, confidence in our communication to where we'll be able to, communicate from one side of the field to the other. So another thing we also need to work on is making teams one-dimensional. And we have to have to have that mindset, when we go out on the field. So it's more so like more of a mental thing. So that's what I've been trying to focus on since I've been back.
Aaron Settles is next. Go ahead.
Dylan, Alabama's defense, the standard there is incredibly high, and obviously it slipped a little bit last year. How frustrating was that for you watching that? Do you think you could have made a difference in that, and what difference do you think you'll make this year?
Oh, yeah, of course, I feel like I could have made a difference, but, you can't look back on the past or reminisce on things. You have to keep moving forward. So now that I've sat back and looked at the things we really need to work on, I've been trying to apply it in every way possible as far as being a leader. Not trying to be like a hard-nosed leader, just trying to be like one that can understand his teammates and, be there for his brothers. So, he's just trying to get there, slowly but surely.
Hey, Dylan. I know a lot of people coming off a knee injury like that talk about the confidence they have and finding that confidence to run and cut on that knee. How long did it take to get there? And are you there? And how does it feel right now for you on the field?
Honestly, it was a long process. I was trying to actually rush my process, but my body kept telling me no. So as time went on and I got more and more stronger, it was times I would go out on the field without a brace and like that, and I'll feel great. I don't think about it. I don't have any second thoughts or be second guessing or whatever when I'm on the field. I actually feel really good. So I feel like once it's actually game time, I'll be ready.
Yeah, Dylan, kind of going on the same track as that. It was about a year ago right now that you got hurt. You're coming back through rehab, and then the pandemic hits. I just wonder where you are mentally about everything. I mean, how hard's this last year been?
This last year has actually been really hard for me, especially in the beginning when I first got hurt. But as far as COVID and us practicing and getting ready to play and all the uncertainty that was going on before, I'm actually pretty at peace with it. Either way, it would have been good in my favor. Whether if we had pushed the season back like we did or haven't played at all, it would have been great for me because at the end of the day, it would have gave me more time to heal. So, like I said, I'm kind of like neutral in that sense, but at the end of the day, I'm happy.
Tony Tuscaloosa.
Hey, Dylan. Upon announcing your decision in December, you said that, the big thing for you was grinding with your teammates and then being able to win a national championship. How much does your decision to play this year hinge on that ability to play in a national championship game? And what are your thoughts on maybe how that's going to be handled moving forward?
Honestly, I'm really focused on one game at a time, especially with my guys. I try and get them to understand that, even in practice, you got to focus on one play at a time. So you're trying move on towards that and like focus it towards the games as well. So I try and use it in every single situation that we go into. But as far as like our readiness and how we want to execute what we want to execute, I feel very confident in that. Especially with me being able to be hands-on with guys and getting the guys' heads and be a leader on the team. I'm happy to be able to do that.
Dylan, what's your impression of the new Sports Science Center and the guys who are running it, especially, I don't want to say in comparison to last year, but what's different?
Actually, for me, nothing's really different. I'm actually very familiar with these guys. I actually helped coach. We're recommending them, to come here. They were my strength and conditioning coaches at IMG Academy, my senior year of high school. And whenever I was over there, they, put out very good results and dropped my 40 time, got me stronger. I was healthy throughout the season. I've had nicks and knacks every now and then. That's football, but I felt great when they were my coaches. But like, now, it's even better. It brought back old memories.
Thank you. John Zener next. A couple more.
Hey, Dylan. I'm just wondering, after what you went through last season, and then you made it I don't know if it's a tough decision or easy decision to come back, and then you got COVID. Mm-hmm. Were there points where that was going through your mind, where it was discouraging, whether it was frustrating? What went through your mind with all that going on, with the uncertainty about the season?
Oh yeah, it was very frustrating because I'm not the type of person that likes when things are up in the air or, stuff like that. I like for things to be certain. So having all of that going on and having to try and focus and, keeping like a purpose in mind, knowing that I'm doing all of, the workouts and the training for a reason. It was hard, self-motivating myself to do that, but being able, I was overcoming and, be at the point where I'm at now, I'm grateful.
Two more, Charlie, and then Steve.
Hey, Dylan, I just want to ask, watching from the sideline last year, what did you think of the job that Shane Lee and Christian Harris did as true freshmen stepping in for you and Josh?
I actually think they did really great, as true freshmen. They did better than what I could have did at that time, because I know when I was a freshman in August, I was still learning, so, I commend them for doing a great job and stepping up and taking up that role. And only losing 2 games with two middle linebackers as freshmen, that's great. So them coming back this year and me being able to help them and lead them and give them, some of the things that's helped me along the way and pass on my knowledge, it's a great feeling.
Okay, we'll finish up with Steve.
Dylan, one of the guys in the back that came with you in 2017 was Daniel Wright. Where have you seen him grow the most as a player and as a leader in that secondary?
I've seen him grow a lot. He's been communicating a lot in the back end. It's been giving a lot of feedback, help for me actually, and having to communicate on the field. He's a strong leader in the weight room, strong leader off the field as well. Guy just has a good head on his shoulders, and I believe he's ready to have a great season.
Okay, thank you, Dylan. I know you got